We hold these truths to be self-evident. Those words didn't just announce independence. They defined what America claimed to be. Today, we're talking about Thomas Jefferson, the philosopher of liberty, the author of the Declaration of Independence, and the third President of the United States. Jefferson gave America its language of freedom, but he also lived with contradictions that still haunt us. To understand the country that we inherited, we must understand Thomas Jefferson. This is the third episode in our U.S. Presidents series. We've covered Washington and Adams. Now we come to a man who shaped not just policy, but the ideas behind the Republic. Jefferson wasn't a war hero. He wasn't a commanding speaker. His power was the pen and the mind behind it. This is Jefferson's story as history gives it to us, not as myth. Thomas Jefferson was born in 1743 in colonial Virginia, into a world of plantations, hierarchy, and slavery. He received an elite education for his time, studying law, science, philosophy, and history. Jefferson believed that knowledge was the safeguard of liberty. He said, if a nation expects to be ignorant and free, it expects what never was and never will be. By his mid-20s, Jefferson was practicing law and serving in the Virginia House of Burgesses, where resistance to British rule was growing. In 1775, Jefferson traveled to Philadelphia as a delegate to the Second Continental Congress. Colonies were on the brink of open rebellion. When Congress decided independence must be declared, a committee was formed, and Jefferson was chosen to write the first draft. Drawing on natural rights philosophy and colonial grievances, Jefferson put into words what many Americans already believed. The Declaration didn't win a war, but it told the whole world why Americans were fighting. Its words still define the moral claim of the United States. After independence, Jefferson continued to serve the new nation. He was governor of Virginia, minister to France, and the first Secretary of State. In Washington's cabinet, he clashed with Alexander Hamilton. Hamilton favored strong national government and financial power. Jefferson feared centralized power threatened liberty. This disagreement created America's first political parties. Jefferson's vision emphasized limited government, states' rights, and an independent citizenry. The election of 1800 was bitter and divisive. Jefferson defeated sitting President John Adams, and the contest nearly broke the constitutional system. But power transferred peacefully. Jefferson later called it the Revolution of 1800 because authority changed hands without violence. That moment set a long-standing precedent for the Republic. As president, Jefferson tried to govern simply. He cut taxes, he reduced government spending, and he worked to lower the national debt. But his presidency is best remembered for one decision: the Louisiana Purchase. In 1803, Jefferson approved the purchase of the Louisiana Territory from France. The deal doubled the size of the United States. Jefferson worried that it stretched the Constitution, but he believed losing control of the Mississippi River would threaten the nation's survival. Sometimes preservation required action. Jefferson faced threats overseas as well. He fought the Barbary pirates, defending American sailors and commerce. But his effort to avoid war with Britain and France through the Embargo Act backfired. It damaged American trade and proved difficult to enforce. Even Jefferson admitted it was a failure. Jefferson believed faith should be free, never forced by government. He authored the Virginia Statute for Religious Freedom, ending state-supported churches. Later, he founded the University of Virginia, designed around reason, learning, and liberty. These were not side projects. Jefferson believed an educated people were essential to self-government. No honest history of Jefferson avoids this truth. He wrote that all men were created equal, yet he enslaved hundreds of people during his lifetime. Jefferson spoke against slavery as a moral wrong, but he didn't resolve those contradictions in his own lifetime. He feared slavery would tear the nation apart, a fear later confirmed. This tension remains part of his legacy. Thomas Jefferson died on July 4th, 1826, 50 years after the Declaration of Independence. His gravestone only lists 3 accomplishments: author of the Declaration, author of the Virginia Statute for Religious Freedom, and founder of the University of Virginia. Not president. Jefferson believed ideas outlive offices. Thomas Jefferson gave America its words. These words challenge every generation to live up to them. Understanding Jefferson helps us understand ourselves, our ideals, our limits, and the work still unfinished. If you found this video useful, please give me a like, subscribe, share with your friends. Until next time, peace, freedom, and the American story.